Hello and welcome to Financial Conversations with Brian. Today we're going to talk about return on investment on certain investments and how we can blow Wall Street out of the water. As you can see here on the screen, we've got the average 10-year stock market return of 9.2%. The S&P has done slightly better, returning 13.6% annually. Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, you can do a lot better, and without any risk. That's the best part. And I told you at the start, when I started making these videos, that some of these things might be a little bit comical, but they'll be very educational at the same time. So here's how Main Street can beat Wall Street. All right. A low-flow shower head can reduce your water consumption and save you a lot of money. We're going to get into some of these numbers here in just a second. But you can see here that this is the it's Niagara Biomax two-flow shower head. Okay, this particular shower head has two options. It'll operate at 1 gallon per minute and 1.5 gallons per minute. And all you do is you just turn it. It's like a swivel, and you can adjust the water gallons per minute, as you want it. These things only take about 5 minutes to take out the old one and put in a new one. They have a limited lifetime warranty of 10 years, and that's if you're the original owner. Now, let's get into some of these numbers that you're going to find pretty impressive. The water savings, and this is, if you see here on this chart down below, this is based on a 3-person household using taking a 10-minute shower 365 days per year. All right, so these numbers are based on 3 people, 10 minutes a day. All right, so if you wanted to find out what it is for one person, just take this number and divide by 3. And you'd have it what it is for one person, which I did the math on it. It's $36.66 for one person. So however many people's in your family, you take $36.66 and multiply it by the number of people in your family. And that's how you can get the actual water savings part. The electricity savings, again, based on these same numbers below, it's got an average electricity cost of 0.133 per kilowatt hour, which is probably about, national average. It's $267 a year saved there. And there again, the same thing. If it's one person, divide by 3, find out what it is for one person. And that number is, $89 for one person. Okay. All right. With the gas, a little bit less. Same thing. Per person, 65 divided by 3 is $21.66 per person with the gas. As you can see, gas is a lot cheaper than electric. Also, too, in this description here, they're comparing. It says 1.25 gallons per minute shower head versus a standard 2.5 gallon per minute. Which the reason I guess they chose 1.25 when this thing uses either 1 or 1.5, they're assuming that you're going to use half the time on the lower setting and half the time on the 1.5. Okay? So if you really want to get aggressive on that and use the 1 gallon per minute all the time, I'll show you the numbers on that in a minute. And then also over here, this 2.5 gallon per minute, that's kind of the standard. If you have an older house, that could be as high as 3.5 or even 4 if it's a real old shower. Okay, so we got those numbers there. We'll get into the actual return on investment. And this is what's going to blow you away, because these little shower heads only cost about $10 online on eBay or Amazon, any of those places. You can get it sometimes for less than 10, but ballpark is 10, and it's a good round number for our calculations, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, So if we go over here to the return on investment, the amount invested is $10. For 1 year, it was $110 for the water, right? Okay, and then $267 for the electricity, which comes up to, I'm going to round off the change, $452 a year return on investment. And then if you multiply that times 10, let's see. Well, let's see. I'm going to use their numbers on this first one. 367. That's the. I'm going to do the electric first. 267 is the 110 of the water plus 267. That's 367. And then over a 10-year period, that's $3,670 saved over a 10-year period. The investment length 10 years. Here's our actual investment gain. Our actual investment gain is $3,660 over a 10-year period. That's a return on investment of 36,600%. And an annualized return on investment of 80.50%. Wow. Now, we go back to this Wall Street. Makes it look terrible, doesn't it? There's all kinds of little things that you can do that'll give you these kinds of returns. This one I just picked because it was just such a low investment amount and such a high return. If you were to leave it on, see that number over here was based on the 1.25. Now if you left it on the 1 gallon per minute the entire time, it's 452.40 per year times 10 years. Let's see, that's $4,524 over a 10-year period. Aha! Investment gain of $4,514. Return on investment, 45,140%. And annualized return on investment, 84.31%. Look at there. That is hard to beat. And there again, like I said, if you want to play with these numbers, you can, if you're just a single person, just divide the numbers that you see here by 3. Get it what it would be for one person. If it's 2, you'd multiply that by that number, or 3 or 4 or whatever. And if you wanted to figure your gas, do the same thing. Very interesting. And here's the thing too. Let's say you're a renter, and you say, well, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't own the property. Well, buy this, put it in, and then if you ever move, hang on to the old one that the landlord owns, and then switch it back and take this with you to your new apartment or new house or whatever you're going to do. I mean, it's this type of returns just kind of, it's hard to overlook for such a small amount, $10. I mean, with inflation the way it is, I mean, that's a trip to McDonald's, maybe a trip to Starbucks for 2 people. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Of course, this is assuming everybody uses the same shower. So, if you have a home that has 2 or 3 showers, then your rate of return may be cut in half or in a third if you have to buy 3. But still, even if you cut this in half, 42% annualized return on investment if you bought 2. Still, I mean, you just can't beat it. No way around it. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, like button, and the bell notification so you can be notified of these videos in the future. I hope you found this thing interesting, and if you enjoy videos like this, please let me know in the comments below. If there's any particular thing you want to know about how to save money on, leave the comment below. I'll take a look at those and see if I can come up with some good material that'll really blow you away. All right, and as always, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye.